The government is currently restructuring the system so that, in the future, salary increases and pension adjustments can be more synchronized. This step is intended to prevent back pay from becoming a recurring issue year after year. Although the system is not yet perfect, the direction of the policy is becoming clearer and more structured. For retirees who have been receiving pensions for a long time, this situation may not be new. Many have experienced back pay before. Past experience shows that even though the process often takes time and is filled with uncertainty and speculation, in the end, legitimate rights are still fulfilled by the state. This understanding is important to maintain peace of mind and avoid being easily influenced by unverified rumors. Retirees are encouraged to stay calm and not react hastily to information that has no official basis. It is also important to be cautious of any information that professes or promises faster disbursement. The government has clearly stated that there are no charges of any kind related to pension back pay. Anyone claiming they can speed up the process should be treated with suspicion, because legitimate rights should never require payment to be received. Looking ahead, the government has promised to be more transparent in delivering information regarding schedules and payment mechanisms. However, transparency also requires patience from the public. There is often a gap between announcements and actual implementation, and this delay is part of the state's administrative and financial governance. Understanding this process helps reduce unnecessary anxiety and speculation. While waiting may feel uncomfortable, it is essential to recognize that these procedures are designed to ensure accuracy, fairness, and accountability in distributing public funds. Ladies and gentlemen, this back pay is ultimately not just about money, but about recognition. It represents appreciation for the charges of service and dedication that may not always be visible but has clearly contributed to the nation's development. When the state pays this back pay, it is acknowledging that such service has not been forgotten. Therefore, this positive development should be received calmly and realistically, while continuing to rely on official information sources rather than sensational headlines that often create unnecessary fear or false hope. Through this channel, we are committed to continuously sharing the latest updates in clear and simple language, without exaggeration and without withholding important facts. If there are further developments, such as detailed schedules, stages of disbursement, or official clarifications from the government, they will certainly be discussed thoroughly. The goal is simple: to ensure retirees are not confused, do not misunderstand the situation, and can plan their needs with greater certainty and confidence based on accurate information. It is hoped that this detailed explanation provides a complete picture and offers reassurance. Ultimately, retirees' rights are indeed being protected, and the state has clearly expressed its commitment. What remains is for everyone to wait wisely while continuing to follow accurate and trustworthy information. With that understanding, we now move forward to continue the discussion from the previous point, namely when the government, through the Minister of Finance, officially stated that back pay for pension and fund salary interests has been included in this year's disbursement agenda. This statement did not emerge in isolation. It was the result of a long process involving multiple stages of policy formulation and strong underlying reasons. The decision was not merely a promise but a carefully considered step. Understanding this context is important so that retirees can see the broader picture and appreciate that such policies require coordination, fiscal planning, and political commitment before they are officially implemented and announced to the public. First and foremost, it is important to understand that back pay for retirees and active servants is not a bonus and not a form of social assistance. Back pay is a right, representing the difference in salary that should have been received since the salary increase policy came into effect. The payment was delayed due to administrative adjustments and national budget considerations. Therefore, when the Minister of Finance uses the word official, it clearly means that the state recognizes this obligation and is prepared to fulfill it responsibly. Many retirees ask why this back pay is only being paid now and not immediately from the beginning. The answer lies in the mechanism of the national budget. Every salary increase, whether for active funds or retirees, must be calculated on a national scale. Recipient data must be synchronized across multiple institutions, including the Civil Service Agency, relevant ministries, Pedataspen, and the Ministry of Finance. Even minor data discrepancies can delay payments significantly. For example, differences in retirement status, final rank, or changes in family composition can cause delays. The government aims to avoid incorrect payments because correcting such errors later is far more complicated and time-consuming. This careful approach, although slower, is intended to protect retailers and ensure that each individual invests the correct amount according to their offshore courts and entitlements. In recent months, the government has been in a phase of thickening and restructuring the national budget. Many priority programs have been running simultaneously, placing pressure on fiscal capacity. However, it is noteworthy that despite these constraints, back pay for this and settler funds has remained a priority. This shows that the state recognizes retirees as a group that has completed their service but still deserves guaranteed welfare and financial security. The Minister of Finance emphasized that this policy was taken with the full consideration of purchasing power, particularly for retirees. Rising breaches of basic necessities, healthcare costs, and daily living expenses cannot be avoided. Retirees no longer have the income flexibility enjoyed by active employees. Therefore, this back pay is expected to serve as additional support, not for luxury spending, but to help maintain a decent and dignified quality of life. Now we move to another important question. Who is guaranteed to receive this back pay? Based on previous policy patterns and official government explanations, the back pay will cover the civil servants, members of the armed forces, and police retirees who were affected by the latest salary increase policy. As long as retirees are officially registered and their data is valid within TASPEN or other authorizing institutions, they are included in principle. However, it is important to understand that disbursement timing may vary. This difference often becomes a source of confusion and concern. Many ask why one person has already received payment while another has not. This situation usually does not indicate favoritism but rather differences in administrative processing paths, data verification stages, and institutional coordination between payment agencies. Each retiree's data passes through verification stages before payment is released. Some records may be processed faster due to complete and updated information, while others may require additional checks. This variation is normal in large-scale national programs involving millions of beneficiaries. Patience and understanding are therefore essential during this process. It is also crucial for retirees to regularly monitor official announcements and ensure their personal data is accurate and up-to-date with relevant institutions. By doing so, potential delays can be minimized. If there are uncertainties, retirees are encouraged to seek clarification through official service channels rather than relying on informal sources or rumors circulating on social media. Overall, the government's approach reflects an effort to balance fiscal responsibility with social justice. While the process may feel slow, it is designed to ensure fairness, transparency, and accountability. The inclusion of back pay in this year's agenda sends a clear signal that the state is committed to honoring its obligations to those who have served the nation faithfully over many years. In conclusion, retirees are encouraged to remain calm, informed, and patient. The rights being disputed are not forgotten or ignored. They are actively being processed within a structured system. By relying on official information and understanding the broader context, retirees can face this waiting period with greater confidence and peace of mind, knowing that the state has reaffirmed its commitment to fulfilling its responsibilities.